Hey guys, what's up? It's Devin here with DW Golf Co. And we are just continuing our series here, building out Mammoth Pass Golf Course, and just having a lot of fun. Just finished the sixth hole, this par 3 here. Massive bunker on the left, water if you're too far to the right, and some cool green stuff. Just kind of framed in here with some rocks. Now we're off to the seventh. We got to figure out a way to get back over across the river here, because that's not going to work real well if you can't get over there. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some bridges. Let's see if they have a long enough standalone. If not, then we'll dive into a sectional bridge, and let's see if we can find a style. I like this style a lot. Don't know if it's big enough. If we can find a narrow enough. Okay, that might work. We want it to work. We can always narrow that up right there just a little bit. We don't want to take it out of the water. So that's important. Yeah, we'll narrow that up a little bit. Or if we can see where the water level is. Okay. There we go. Water. Okay. I feel good about it. I think it'll just reach. We'll sink it down just a little bit. I feel like that's a pretty good spot right here. You're at the tee box. And then let's just sculpt this out a little bit. I'll go ahead and use a standard number 2 pencil brush. That was the wrong move. Guess I actually need to bring it up to that level. Okay. Same on this side. Just trying to match that up as closely as possible to that. And I can probably go just a little bit more. There we go. Now it looks like it kind of belongs there. Just by using that brush a little bit into the water, it's going to narrow that up, make that a possible thing. I think it kind of adds a little bit of an aesthetic back there behind us too on hole number 6. So I do like that brush, like that bridge. Feeling good about life. All right, let's go ahead and sculpt some more. We'll flatten out our tee box here for 7. Just kind of raise that up a little bit. Raise that up a couple feet. Got all sorts of wrinkles and whatnot in this this hole. So we got our tee box. This one is a par 5 here. And it's going to go back. It's going to go into the canyon here a little bit, and then back up to a slightly elevated green up here. So this should be a pretty neat hole. I could see building maybe some more mountain shapes up here to kind of frame in our fairway. Throwing a couple bunkers where we can see fit, and let's just see what we can do. So let's go ahead and create just a massive mountainy shape. Throw that one up there. Yeah, I think that'll work well to kind of frame it in, and then we'll soften it up to match the rest of the place here. I'm gonna go into advanced edit. That might be too much. Let's kind of turn this guy. Turn it so that it still creates that effect. Yeah, and we'll play it more out over here. Don't want to completely lose sight of the river, but we are going to kind of box it off here. And if you've ever been into the mountains at all, you'll end up with like views that start out where you can see things, and then all of a sudden you can't see things, so I don't mind that. Just kind of flatten that guy out just a little bit. Ooh, maybe make a little lagoon in here. I can see that. Oh yeah, check that out. Some cool canyon walls in the lagoon. Add some stuff to this one because what happened there in the river creation process, but that's not what we want. Holy shallows. I don't mind some of the shallows, but too much shallows and it gets a little weird. Stay out of the shallows. I think that's whenever we were first building the edge of this canyon, edge of this this guy here. Whenever we were first building it, we weren't sure what exactly was happening, and so it just made sense at the time to do what we were doing. I think that makes hole number 1 look a little more dangerous there. Might actually put a little bit of this going on right there. Okay, hole number 1 has some interesting topographical features to it. It's not completely flat and whatnot. Now we're working on a completely different hole, creating more problems for ourselves down the road. I'm just fine. This is part of the process. Sometimes you start doing something and realize, hey, I could do this better back here. And early on, it's sometimes hard to see the character of whatever you're building, and so sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need the ability to go back and kind of recheck your work and make sure that it's coming up the way that you want it to be, and you don't create something you hate. That's the goal. Don't create something you hate. This should be fun. It should be enjoyable, this whole process. If you don't enjoy the process, then you probably shouldn't do it, you know? Words of wisdom with kids in the background. That's what we provide here. Didn't know that, but now you do. Thought you were just going to learn how to build cool courses, and instead you get parental advice and words of wisdom. Devin in the morning. Words of wisdom. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking the way that this is looking. Let's go ahead and put down a green up here. Run over here, add create surface, green. Let's spline this in. I see it working really nicely around here. We'll just have it work right around those bluffs there. Let's go ahead and smooth this guy out. We'll fill it in. There you go. You kind of end up with that shape of a green. Might soften it just a little bit over here. Okay. You know what? I might actually move that again. Just get all sorts of crazy with it. T-Rex would be proud of this green. Looks like a big old steak. You have to figure you got tee shot here. Gonna land you about right here around the thing. If you're hitting 300-ish, it'll put you here. Give you very reachable 227 to the green from here in this area. 200, 227. So shorter. It's a shorter par 5, but I like it. Let's go ahead and move this waypoint maybe more right here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's add in a fairway. I'm just going to spline this guy. I'm actually going to start back here. Here's the tee. So we'll start about here. We'll just run it right along this. Just going to be a very narrow fairway. And I could see just looking at the topography earlier. That it was going to be elevated green, and it's actually sitting up on a little plateau, so that should be cool. Let's go ahead and smooth this guy out so it's not so blocky, and then we will toggle that second surface, add in that rough. Oh, I forgot I need to add in my tee box. Brush, grab that guy. Bam. Go in here and flatten that just to make sure that's all flat, ready to go. Oh yeah, check that out. It's looking good. It's looking good. Got all this wasteland here. So I like this little mound thing here, except I would rather it be like bare rocks. So what I think we'll do is edit. Let's add a new point to the path. I'm gonna put it on this side, right there. We're gonna add another one to the path. We're just going to kind of start boxing this in as far as the fairway goes. Oop, edit. Add another to the path. We'll add that over here on this side. That way we have some handles to work with. Kind of reveal some of this. And let's edit. Let's mirror the handles. That way we can actually get them going the right way. Okay. With this one, 6, 2, mirror handles. Oh yeah, now we're doing something. Now we're doing something. Let's move this guy around over here. So I think that's kind of unique to have that little cut in, and I think that's kind of strategic as well. Just with where it's at. Yeah, I like that. Let's move this one around over here. Maybe a little bit further back. Then we can really accentuate that if we wanted to. Really, right now, I don't think it's bad where it is. I kind of want it to be more, but I don't know if it needs to be more. I don't know if you've ever been there, but kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know if that needs to be more, but it could be more. And I'm just going to come around here and flatten this just a little bit. This brush. And flatten right here around this ridge. That way it's not all completely wacky. Like there's some runoff there. Maybe I'll put a little bit of a lagoon kind of pool thing here. We've already got some water going on right there, back here. So maybe that's the next move. Put just like a little pool that's hanging out back here. Add some water on this side. And all I'm doing there is going in advanced edit mode. Just changing the shape of it a little bit. Certainly makes that more interesting. Just shrinking it down here. It kind of shallows out. There you go. Got kind of a beach back in there. This one I don't necessarily need it to be that low. Just want this to be kind of beachy. But that'll work. Let me flatten this out just a little bit more. There we go. That way it's not just like a giant divot right in the middle of the rock formation where you can potentially hit your ball. Because I would say right here you're about 300 from the tee, so that water is reachable. It's not unheard of to whoop, whoop, right in the water. Just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and play test this just to see how this is feeling off the tee. Seems like a vast wasteland. And we are going to go driver here. Just try to bend it around, see what kind of results we get. Yeah, it's going to take a lot to get to that water. Maybe the wind behind you or something. Here you have 208, 15 feet uphill. That's kind of the idea. Obviously, we haven't shaped this green at all. We're hitting a 5-wood uphill. Just trying to get an idea for how the course will play, how the hole will play. And yeah, I'd say I kind of like that hole. I like the way that it's setting itself up here. Ooh, so close. So close. Nice. And so I'm kind of picturing right here on 7, maybe some bunkers up around the front of this thing. Let's go ahead and sculpt, flatten this stuff. I'm going to go back to our favorite mountainy brush. Just kind of push down this front here, about 4 feet or so. Make this kind of like a little wash kind of idea. Just kind of a wash that you can maybe make your way up to the green end. Just try to flatten this out as best you can. This will be another one of those that if you're going for it, you're going to have some stuff to contend with. Let's just level this out a little bit. Don't quite want that much going on there. I don't mind that little bit there. This green is pretty massive now that I look at it, especially after hitting that shot onto it. What we may do is bring these back points in. Could crowd this with some rocks. So we'll make it a longer green. Maybe give us a little bit of a landing point up here. Gonna remove this one. That waypoint. I can still kind of frame it in with some rocks and then not have quite as big of a green. So let's sculpt this in. Add in more mountainy kind of feature here. 24 up. Maybe on this side we go with more of a plateau type. Nate disagrees. He thinks that we should not. Kind of see what that looks like back here.
Wait, no, wait. No.
So if I'm back here, can't really see the green, which is a little bit of a problem for me, but I don't mind always having a blind, or always having a view, as long as you can kind of see where the pin is, depending on where you're at. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut away more of this. Get some interesting shapes out of this. You're just in a valley, kind of badlandy. I think that adds some pretty cool stuff there. And so I think now we just add in some bunkers around here to kind of make it interesting. These can be a little bit more wild, free-flowing bunkers. Right here we'll add some fairway just to kind of give you some landing spots in the event that you were short or something along those lines. Gingerbread Man, I like this one. It's a cool brush. These are probably my favorite types of bunkers, these kind of wild bunkers that just kind of flow. This one I am going to break up into separate bunkers though, I think. Like separate bunkers, have some variety in our lives for bunkers. I don't know if there's a way to not connect those and make it make sense. Yeah, we'll just have to flatten that out a little bit. These guys right there. And if you're back here, you can definitely tell that there's bunkers. That's kind of the goal. Alright, so let's go in here. I'm actually going to bring this up just a little bit on the back side. Can't see because that's really light rock. Just bring that up back here. That's more level. More level, more gradual, less crazy. All I'm doing is going around trying to flatten things out a little bit, smooth it out. I'm okay with that giant ridge right there. Feel pretty good about that. Yeah, there we go. Something kind of like that. Trying to add some more. I don't know, but I wanted to get rid of it that much. Ooh. I'm shrinking stuff. I have it more cut into that rock versus. I'm gonna jack up everything. Let's see what that looks like back here. Yeah, that's inviting. It says, hey, hit the ball up here and you'll probably end up in a bunker if you're short. Let's give it that nice false front action. Pushing this down just about a foot. Starting to get a little bit of interesting stuff here on the front of the green. I think that's got to be one of the tiers here. Just kind of this. Should probably take a little bit of the height off of that. End up with just like a cavern in the front of the green. Okay. I can get behind that. Back here we'll have it run off just a little bit as well. Just gonna create some tiered runoff areas. By using a bigger brush on these greens, you're also able to get what's more gradual, a lot less sharp edges on the greens. And let's go back here. Let's add some more moundy things. This one I'm only going to put up a couple feet, just to kind of create a little bit of a backstop there. We'll flatten that out. Just going right around the edge, flattening it out. Then we're going to push this down just a little bit in line with the thing. Create a nice big backstop back there. Nice. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It's a giant green, so we'll see how this plays. So that's not looking too bad. Got a little ridge right in the middle. Got kind of four quadrants. One, maybe three, two, three. Three tiers. Let's check this back here. Yeah, if you're back here, you can still see the pin. It's not the end of the world. Can kind of get hidden behind that. Fairway's mostly flat though, so let's try to figure out something for that. I'm gonna grab this brush here. I'm gonna make it pretty massive. Skew it a little bit so it flattens it out. And then let's just run a little ridge right over here. Maybe like, I don't know, yeah, 3 feet's probably not bad. Add some depth to the course. Oh, you're not just hitting straight at a bunch of nothing. So naturally, it's gonna have a little bit of something in it. There you go. Get some hills going. Just pop that down to a foot. I've still got some flatness, but then you're still getting some stuff. Some cool looking hilly mountain things up there. Hilly mountain things. Alright, let's I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. Just run that right back that way. Kind of flatten that area out. So now I'm just looking for some spots where maybe a bunker makes sense. I'm gonna move that waypoint to about here. It's about 290. That way it automatically selects driver whenever people are hitting this hole. And this little backboard also kind of helps keep people from going too far over there. So far I'm liking the looks of this. Let's add some fairway up here as a little landing area. And then I think we're ready to play test this guy. Pick a couple of these spots. Add in that rough. And maybe we don't add in the rough. Let's undo that. Let's not add in rough. And let's just extend that fairway out just a little bit. So it's out here. Smooth this guy. There we go. Something a little bit more like that. Maybe I can brush in some brush in some rough. That might be the move. It's just sometimes a little bit tougher to get something consistent. Just really have to be pretty precise. And here we go, just kind of dotting that around in places where I'd like rough to go. I think that's pretty good. Maybe like a little bit more right here. Let's see if we can get that tight to that. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad right there. I don't know, it almost makes me wonder if I should just spline it up anyway. Wasn't sure how it was gonna look. Ooh, ran out of undos, so just have to go through here and delete all these. One moment as we delete all of these rough brushes. Thankfully this one was one giant rough brush. Unfortunately, where it's at, these ones over here that are bigger, they're just like, nope, can't delete me. Alright, so let's go ahead and spline in this rough around here. These spots. Yeah, it looks a little odd. It does look a little odd. Okay, we'll just do the old fairway toggle second service rough. Okay, and then maybe we'll just come through and add in the rough with the brushes right here in those areas that we wanted maybe a little bit more forgiveness. See if you can get it to kind of smooth out there. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much, Bob. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta know when to say, hey, that's enough. Bunkers all up front, nothing in the back really other than rocks and rough. Let's see if we can put a bunker somewhere along in this area, maybe right in here. And I guess you don't always have to have a bunker, but just make kind of an interesting shape here. Like it. And let's sculpt this guy. I do also need to go through and sculpt in the that's probably a little too aggressive on that. Just drop it a foot in front. Raise it a little bit here in the back. Another reason I like kind of this longer brush is you can make it look a little bit more natural. I think sometimes with that circular brush you end up with somewhat less natural, less directional, I guess. Not really less natural, just less directional hills and stuff that you're adding in, and so it doesn't feel as natural. But circular brush in bunkers, the way to go. So let's bump that down. My brush is still too giant. Yeah, that doesn't look bad though. Yeah, that's way too big. Just soften out this middle. Pretty deep bunker. Okay, let's add in some more rough. Spline this guy just right around here. Just kind of this little oasis of green stuff. You know, it's crazy. It's over there so far, you can't really see it unless you can see it. Might add an eye candy bunker right here. Not really in play at all, just something to kind of say, hey, I'm a bunker. Something to say, hey, you might not want to go over here. Yeah, something about like that. Maybe not quite that big. Cool your jets there, buddy. Okay. Not exactly screaming, hey, I'm a bunker. Let's just add in, if I can get my fingers in the right spot. Add in some more rough around here. Just filling this in, smooth it out a little bit. There we go. May add some bushes and stuff like that later whenever we come back around and plant. Let's get back to flattening out our bunkers a little bit, making it a little bit more natural. That one's one you don't want to roll into, for sure. I'm just gonna kind of wave this over there, that way it's almost like a bunker you walk into, versus one that you really have to climb into. These up here will not be fun if you're in them. I can already tell you that. Debating on whether I should throw some rough around these guys down here, but I kind of like it the way that it is. I'll flatten this guy out quite a bit. Just right here in this mountain. That's what I don't want. I want it to look more natural than that. Bring that in. That way it's a little more flat back here. Yeah, that's better. Don't want it on this ridiculous slope. It's okay if it's a little sloped, but you want the mountain to already be cut out there. You don't want it to. You don't want a bunker going halfway up the mountain. too aggressive on that one. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm almost feeling like you need to have some greenery around this just to make it make sense. Maybe not a ton, just enough to kind of balance it out. It's another one of those situations where you just want to flatten it out around here. Yeah, that's better. It's coming through here. Flatten this out a little bit. This will be kind of like a little shelf grass bunker here, I think. Just kind of make it interesting. If you hit it up there, it's going to stick. Yeah, I think that we got to spline in some rough. Maybe it's heavy rough. Maybe that's the move. Heavy rough right in here. And let's throw it in starting about down here. I'm just going to follow the bunkers. This will be one little swath of heavy rough. I think we got to pick a different green. Something really dark or something for that heavy rough that's just blends right in. Let's smooth this out. It's a little more natural. It's great. Let's select a surface. Swap texture. There we go. Okay, that's something we might be able to get behind. Okay, I think that may be the one. Dead enough. Yeah, I also like that one. Let's see if we can find. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think I want a little bit more saturation, so yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, that nice dark green contrast. That's pretty great. Let's move that in. Wow. Guess I'm just so surprised by how. I think I may know what that is though. 4. Let's bring that down to 0. 7. We might not do heavy rough because I'm not liking the way that that's looking. Delete that. Okay, now we're starting to cut back off. What I'm trying to do is just simplify this a little bit so that we can get some. We have some rough, but we don't have too much rough in spots we don't want it. That's like right there. Yeah, I think that's the move. This guy about here. And all I'm doing right now is just trying to get this to fit there. Get it to fit there. Still have some rocks and stuff. I don't think rocks are a bad thing in this place. Let's move that up. Yeah, something like that. Or you still have grass down here in the valley, but not so much that. Yeah, something like that maybe. I don't really want it up on the hill at all. Maybe we just kill this and move on, come back to it if we decide that we need it. It's kind of almost in that spot for me. I do like the look of that. Just heavy rough right there. It's a good way to decide. Do you like seeing the heavy rough? I do like seeing the heavy rough. The only problem with the heavy rough is that it feathers the brush. It's not like your rough brush where it's nice and tight. Heavy rough kind of just dissipates, and so it makes me wonder. The other unfortunate reality with this is that then I have to go back through and add in at least a little bit of heavy rough all the way around all these other holes and spots where it probably needs it. Alright, for now I'm just going to delete it, and we'll move on. Delete the whole path. I may change my mind. So, alright, I feel good about sculpting all of that. I feel like we have an interesting hole. We got some water back here that makes it a little more interesting as well. Let's go ahead and play test this and just get kind of initial ideas on the hole. Alright, there we go. Got driver. Gonna hit a little draw right around this corner here and just see what happens. You know, it may be great, may be less great. A little fast. That bunker's in a great spot. Just catch that little hill there. Alright, so now we have a little bit of a side hill lie. Adds a little bit more interesting things going on. 13 feet up. I am going to go 3-wood. A little bit of a draw stance, so I'm going to aim almost at those rocks to make sure that we get into the right spot. Got a little more of that than I wanted. Ground kind of pushed me left. I drew it and I was fast. That's going to end up over there. Okay, so not impossible. It's in this one particular hole is cut in a good spot. Kind of like it actually. We may leave pin position 1 just right there and see what's going on. Moved it over too much. Still a good birdie there. I like it. Let's go back here to edit, and there we go. So there's hole number 7. Solid par 5. Let's go ahead and add in some more pin positions. Go pin. Let's add some more pin positions. I think we need 1 front left. That'll be 2. 3 can be here, and 4 we'll add kind of in this valley over here, where you really do have to contend with the bunker. One of those, if I had an extra pin position, it would definitely go right over here. Alright, we may move this one. Let's move pin 1. We'll keep it center-ish, but yeah, the screen's just really big, and if you're in the wrong spot, it's not gonna be good. Alright, let's go ahead and do something, see how the whole thing is playing out. So far I'm gonna go ahead and save this. We'll see how the whole course is playing. We'll go for. Let's add some winds, some medium winds. I have no idea which way is north, so this will be exciting for all of us. All right, hole number 1. Do need to flatten that out since I added that little mountainy thing going on over there. Got that bunker on the right. Just gonna stay away from all the trouble. Nice big landing area there. Now the approach is where it gets interesting because you got about 186. You're up just a little bit. Wind's a little in our face. I'm not too concerned about that, but you do have to clear that bunker. I want it to land about right below the hole. See if it can bounce up a little bit. Got way too much of that. It's gonna land at the hole. It's not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. We're putting. Putting here. That should be a good line. Ooh, close. All right, for the remainder, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball each of these putts and see how it goes. You can tell by the putt preview. I was still off. All right, par here on 1. Off to number 2. I don't know why it has us automatically picking a 5 wood, but I'm okay with that for now. I'm gonna hit driver, try to land at about 280. Let it roll right up there. A little bit of a cut on this one. See what kind of a bounce we get. Okay. That right there is kind of what we're going for. That's what we're going for. Pull that back just a little bit. And I misread that putt completely. Good thing I didn't smoke it like I was expected to. Yeah, a lot less in that putt than I thought. Alright, par 3 here. 184 feet down. Almost makes me want to go back through and make this one a little more interesting, considering a couple of the last holes that we've designed. Really starting to feel the flow of the Badlands here. That one's going to catch the ridge. Not quite enough shelf. Didn't quite get enough of it. Okay, I'll probably put it out here. Let it go. That's respectable lag. And there's a par. They're just holing out pars all over the place here. It's not too bad. This one could be in that bunker, depends on the line and what kind of a kick it gets here. Yep, it's just going to settle up right by it. I do need to go back through and touch that bunker up. This one, not very drivable. But very cool. You got danger on the right with water. Kind of a tier that takes you down if you're too far left. And this one, tricky pin position. If you're off to the right, you are in a tough spot. I'll de-loft this just a smidge. Give us enough to compensate for that. And you really have to trust it on this sort of a lie. That should be pretty good. Sit. Nice. Not much in this one. Just gonna go for it. Ooh. Good birdie there. Alright, on to number 5, the par 4. Little bunker on the left. Watch out for that guy. Hit it right at it. Just hit it hard enough that it's not going to be an issue. Just going to run down the left side here. Alright, here we go. A little lob wedge. De-spinify this one a little bit, hopefully. See what kind of carry we get here. Yep, just stop there. That's pretty good. Alright, just a little bit right to left in this one. I overcooked it. Had a birdie chance there. Blew that one. Just straight blew it. Okay, number 6. Little par 3 downhill. I'm gonna club up just a little bit so that I don't go crazy on the spin. Instead, ended up in a completely different zip code. Down about here. See how that one feels. Oh, needed more room. Speed was good, just not enough room. Go left edge here. Alright, now we're on to the 7th. Just graded this hole. Got a little bit of wind to contend with. Really going for the corner. See what kind of kick we get out of this dirt. Just right back in the fairway, that's what we want. Alright, now a very reachable 186, up 13 feet. Wind at our back, so that feels good. Try to draw this thing right over there toward the hole. The hills are going to kind of feed it over there, so I'm not upset about that one bit. Very amicable eagle putt here. Yep. Give it enough room, and I did not. Speed was good. Good lag there for birdie. Alright, so 2 under through 7 holes here at Mammoth Pass Golf Course by DW Golf Co. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that like or rumble button, and we will see you next time.